I picture you eat your food like a bird and David has to spit it into your mouth.
David?
How many times does that happen?
Well,
she doesn't chew it. You know that.
Right.
I'll say
Have somebody
this.
chew it for it. Right.
I definitely, if I am having a salad, it has a lot of like, you know, when you're eating ice cream, cookie dough ice cream, and you dig out like the cookie dough pieces.
Oh, you dig out the ranch.
The cheese or the egg or the chicken, whatever. But I do also eat my salads with a spoon. I find that it's too hard.
You eat a salad with a spoon?
I do, sir.
That doesn't work.
It does.
You just don't get the leaves. Okay.
Sometimes you get a little bit of leaf.
All right.
And then that's what makes it a salad. A little bit of leaf.
If you were to go to, what's that salad place I like? SG, Sweet Greens.
Green.
Yeah, I like Sweet Green until they stopped having hummus because I don't eat their salad dressing. I put it with hummus. But you could have the Esther salad where you don't get any of the greens. It can be called the Leave Me Alone.
Order your THC products from Mood today. For 20% off your first order and free gummies, go to hellomood.com and use promo code TRASHTUESDAY. That's hellomood.com, promo code TRASHTUESDAY for 20% off your order and free gummies.
Head to factormeals.com/trash50 and use code TRASH50 to get 50% off.
That's code TRASH50 at factormeals.com/trash50 to get 50% off.
Hey, Sluggies. I am so excited. In 2 days, it's my birthday. You can come see me doing my one night only show in my favorite place on earth, Las Vegas, Nevada. Come party with me at Wise Guys, July 20th. All proceeds are going directly into slots. So please support my habit. You can then see me the following weekend, July 28th and 29th in Greensville, South Carolina. I'll be in Philadelphia, August 11th and 12th. Calgary, August 27th, and I'll be in San Francisco, Austin, and a bunch of other places in the fall. Go to annieletterman.com/shows. Also, my solo podcast, Annie Wood, you can always catch on Thursdays. I'll see you there.
Hi guys, I'm so excited. This week are my big shows in New York City, and all of them are sold out except for the Sunday night show. That's this Sunday, July 23rd at Joe's Pub in New York. You can get tickets at EstherOnIce.com. And after that, I'll be in Oxnard, DC, Boston, Madison, San Diego, Chicago, Detroit, and so much more. You can get tickets at EstherOnIce.com. And I have a new podcast with Rick Glassman. Don't ask me why, but it is fun. You can see that on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. It's called Rick and Esther Have a Time. And that is exactly what we do.
When you walked in.
I feel pranked.
No.
I feel ugly.
No, because this colorful, flowery person is next to me.
I think it's a good contrast, though.
Yeah.
Rick, second time in a row. What's going on? First, no lingerie.
Who sent me? Is this? I feel like this is low. Who sent me the text about this?
Pete.
Would you read the text you sent, Pete?
Oh, Pete.
I also, the idea that you thought he was going to show up in lingerie is so outrageous.
Pete, will you read the text that you sent me with all the information, please?
I did not mention the BDSM thing.
Or is he mic'd up?
I'm not.
Go ahead.
No, Rick.
Tell Khalyla, not me.
Khalyla, I did not tell Rick about BDSM because I knew he wouldn't do it.
Can you just at least play sub?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Abagnale. Not Abagnale, not Abagnale, but Abagnale.
Hey, loser!
I'm the substitute teacher.
Pull his pants down.
My dog is on steroids.
I'm sorry about your dog.
My dog is on steroids, and he peed on the bed and didn't even realize it. And he's just.
Oh, you still live with Bobby?
I know there's got to be a lot of pee on there.
I know, and I feel really bad, and I have to take him out like every hour and a half. And anyways, what were you guys up to before I got here?
As much as I really feel for your dog emergency,
Doesn't sound like it.
I actually think that what's been going on here has been more important.
Okay.
I feel like there's tension, and we need you to help it.
Okay.
Could you explain the tension?
I think we're okay.
I don't feel tension.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Never mind then.
I feel comfy.
What tension do you feel?
Sexual?
And why do you? What type of tension specifically are you afraid could fall on you?
thinks there's going to be like a fight over her.
Wait a second. I do want to address one thing though, Rick, that was news to me maybe as of the New York trip, is that people think that you and I You're the reason Bobby and I broke up. People believe this.
Don't bring me into your drama.
I didn't do
But
it.
what can we try to trace back why they would think that though? Why is there any like hints of why that rumor started?
There's so many rumors about all the things. I don't know, but
where would that specifically
is that why you've
started?
been? Is that why you've tried to sell that you're not attracted to white men?
Do you count as
Is that really why you?
I was trying to get him off the scent a little bit.
So I did see a clip from, I don't know which one, but one of the Tiger Bellies that somebody edited together, where it got like millions of views.
Yeah.
That did imply that.
You
Like
and I.
like stuff that I was saying to Bobby, they edited it as if I was saying it to you, and then there was role playing stuff that the three of us were doing, where we were like how do you hit on a girl and dating, and I was hitting on like. They were both playing characters at a bar. We were all doing it. And then they edited it so it looked like I was only saying it to you and you were saying it to me.
Her costume is growing, by the way. This is getting crazy.
Well, I'm really sorry you got dragged into the Bobby breakup drama. But this is a real theory.
I don't get really
theory.
any. It doesn't. I get comments. I'm okay.
I just thought I love you, but I thought maybe you'd be the most like unlikely.
Well,
not unlikely.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
That's how I see him too.
okay. I get this game now.
The most unlikely.
Why? Why, Esther? If I'm so much like your lover, why am I so
know, that
unlikely?
is weird.
You
said that.
guys are very similar. As I was saying, like upbringing wise, I can tell you both had like a healthy,
That's
loving.
such a cop out. Yes, I have loving parents and he has loving parents, but a lot of people have loving parents and aren't like me.
How is that a cop out though? Like,
But that's not a specific thing. Like you're talking about our parents. Like, well, you're both Jewish, sure, but what are the specific?
well, that
things?
is a specific thing.
It's a specific kind of Jewish too.
What kind?
Esther has like half that.
Yeah, half regular.
Wait, you're also very different.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like just the thought that you pointed out my glass looked like it was going to fall is something that Dave does like 12 times.
Is that they're alike or that you just teetered something on the edge of a couch?
Yeah, is everything that we have in common things that we are uncomfortable about you with?
No, but that's something.
Oh, wait, you're OCD, right?
I don't like that's
Well,
personal.
take your shoes off is like, it's because you want people to take their shoes off in their house.
I think that people who don't have obsessive compulsive disorder could also subscribe to the idea that I don't need cigarette butts, poop, and dirt running around my
Yes,
rug.
Asian people do it, right? Is that all Asian people or just specific Asian
What?
people? No shoes in the house.
It's just Korean.
No, it's everyone. It's all, yeah, I think it's everyone, but I'm finding that like,
Do you get those camera switches when I do the fun looks? Are you going to
Get the looks.
Do you look
Always
over?
on you.
Can I just say though, I do like how much you do in your podcast. You're very creative. I like that he's handling you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Take a note
This
from
is my
Ricky.
BDSM. Some people say, talk dirty to me. I say, get my camera switch.
No, but it's good. It's good.
Go try it on my face.
well, this might be a little personal, Rick, but like, what
And I probably don't want to talk about it. But
you
like,
will talk about
I
it.
will.
Do you not talk about personal stuff?
I do have some unwritten boundaries.
What
Yeah.
do you want to write them for us?
Or
Or you want to just, we'll find them?
They're not
You'll
as...
just say no?
Yeah, I mean, I
You want to just have them organically come out or do you want to give us a list? Because I'm
just...
learning boundaries right now.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get back to in a second. One of which I think we need to respect our other people's, that when they bring something up, we shouldn't go below the line too long. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I don't even remember what I said.
Perfect. So sometimes when somebody says, I have something, that's very personal and you don't want to tell them, you don't want to talk about it, you just go like this for a little and be like, what was that? And then they forget.
I didn't forget.
Okay, what is it?
I mean, this is a BDSM episode, so I think that there should.
I don't even know what that stands for.
Bad doggies make smiles.
S
You
comes
flip
before
the
M.
S in
S
them.
before M except after E. So go ahead. And is it okay that they laughed at something I said?
I'm laughing too, Rick.
Okay.
You know what I want? Every time I make a joke, if we could just get a pickup of that, just... Okay, go ahead.
I guess this is made too personal of a question, but like, do you find yourself more of like the dominant type in the bedroom, or are you somebody who's like, very like, equal? Or you mix it up, or are you like, what do you find yourself
Pillow
in these
prince?
days?
What's a pillow prince?
That would mean you just kind of like lay
Yeah.
back and let it happen.
So Esther?
She's a pillow princess.
Yeah, she's a pillow princess.
Last time I was on here, I asked Esther a question and she never answered. Do you ever get fucked face forward?
What is it? First of all, define face forward. Who's facing?
Cut to that clip. Are you going to do it? I'll be right back.
Who's facing forward? Because I'm facing forward.
I know. I'm saying, is anyone ever looking at your face while it happens?
While it happens?
Yeah. Is that the proper pronoun?
Thing.
So
what does your sex identify as?
There's actually a way where you can do it where you're both facing each other,
but he still gets to look away from you?
Exactly.
Right. I'm sure he and I would have that in common as well.
He's afraid of context too.
Wait, how does that work? So, it's like kind of half sit up, right? And you're this way, but then he gets to crank his neck this way?
I think it's just missionary with closed eyes.
I am a little nervous to share this, but I will share it. Lately, a big issue has been, and it's literally a mutual issue, but we both don't like each other's breath. By the time S happens,
yeah.
I'm saying it's been a long day. Nobody's really freshened up. Maybe we had fajitas for dinner with a lot of grilled onions. And so...
Maybe? Excuse me, would you like extra grilled onions? And Esther goes, no. Of course.
So sometimes, we have a mutual agreement to sort of avoid...
That's so funny.
But
why don't you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
I actually, I have a really good answer.
But first, a word from our sponsor. Have you guys been able to get any toothpaste sponsorships, or do they refuse because of Esther?
Refuse.
We have some tongue scrapers that are begging to be on the show.
Oh, you guys should get Tums.
Anyway, so what was the question?
Why don't you brush your teeth?
Oh, we're going to share something.
This is good because
yes, I
don't believe that at least for me, my oral health, and I do feel the same for Dave, I don't think it is a
priority
issue. No.
Oh, you think it's a gut issue?
I think it's coming from inside the house.
Oh, what's happening inside the house?
What's happening inside the house?
Well, if you really, I guess you'll just keep spilling the tea.
Wouldn't you say if it's you, maybe it's more spilling the beans?
This one I do know about me because I saw a doctor 10 years ago when I first moved to LA, and a lot of comics told me that.
Why haven't you gone to a doctor in 10 years?
Oh, well...
Because they gave her this bad news.
I have this thing called gastroparesis where it comes from when you chew your food No, you don't. You swallow your food too fast.
Everyone goes, we know.
Without chewing it enough. Yeah. And so then the food rots in your stomach and causes bad breath.
But why don't you just chew better?
I tried it all. I really have.
How many times did you try, Esther?
I've given up, okay?
Well, that's just how Bobby eats chunks of steak whole because he doesn't have any teeth in the back.
He doesn't?
So he has to cut the steak,
like a horse?
suck on the flavor, and
why doesn't
swallow
he have teeth
it whole.
In the back?
He has the money to get implants. He's just it's too much work.
It's a Korean thing, though, isn't it? Don't they? They only have 18 teeth.
I thought you said 18 teeth.
18 teeth.
I do have a question.
Which Jews call chai.
Khalyla, I know you talk a lot about how you need to like a person's body smell. Mm-hmm. Is it the same issue though for breath? Because sometimes I wear
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
1,000%.
I mean, I don't know if there's a stronger pheromone other than that.
I agree.
When somebody's breath smells, my lady in the morning, her morning breath, I like.
I will agree.
And that
he also likes his lady.
I like
Khalyla also likes her breath.
Khalyla's not helping these rumors.
I don't know if somebody else would smell it and be like, I don't like it. I mean, some people like cilantro, some people like Esther. It's 50-50. But I like her breath. And not only is that a good thing because it means I don't, bad breath. It's also I want to smell that. The opposite of wanting to smell something would be dating Esther.
Does she like your morning breath?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it's just a matter of finding the person who likes your flavor.
This is kind of late to be telling her this.
Yeah.
No, but I think that probably you and Dave probably do to an extent, right?
But
I also think you could chew more. Maybe if you chewed more.
Equally hating each other's breath, though, does almost feel like liking each other's breath.
Thank you. And it's funny because, he'll be like, I don't know. I'm scared to like be too personal.
Then don't.
Talk about
Then don't.
yourself, not him.
You know what? If you want to hear more about that, we'll be revealing it on the Rick and Esther Have a Time podcast.
No, but I'll say something to him like, your breath is bad. And every time I do, he's like, yours is terrible. So it is like a very equal.
And he's probably just so like, if you told me my breath was bad, it would offend me too.
It would.
Let's also not shame. I mean, everybody gets bad breath sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And I think
people
it's
don't
good to
chill.
call that out.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Oh, it's the opposite. It's good to call out people when they have bad breath. Or
Well, there's
just
ways of doing it with
acknowledge it?
tact. Because
Okay.
and I
Tic Tacs.
no, that's sugar though, and sugar will make it worse. There's ways of doing it with tact.
How? Oh, I want to learn
Are you
this.
Native American? The idea
Maybe.
of telling somebody their breath is bad, but calling them out like, "Oh, Esther fucking sucked." You know, like, it's like if somebody has a booger in their nose, you could just be like, "Esther, yeah, you know, you do it
Very good.
very good."
You can always find one.
I want to know if my breath is bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
But I
want to
know, like, in a lineup of like 10 people, who my breath is good to and who it's bad to, and what their breath smells like.
Well, there's
Which is like a chemistry match,
Yeah.
I think. But I know what you're saying.
But it's
There is
also mixed in with what did you eat? Also, I have changed toothbrushes. Listen, I'm going to get fucking beat up in the comments. And I'm not sure if what I'm saying is something that is true or not. It's just something I subscribe to. I am staying away from fluoride in my toothpaste. Light me up, internet. I'm doing that.
Why?
And with that, because I have some hormone stuff that I'm trying to figure out. And some people, fluoride could fuck with their hormones. Yes, if you have a lot of it, but I'm brushing my teeth a few times a day.
Oh, right. You have high female hormones, right?
I have very high testosterone and my estrogen has been fluctuating.
Right.
How do you
And
know
my
this?
prolactin.
Wait, do you menstruate?
No,
Because you're talking like you do.
He wouldn't wear that color pants if he did.
That's true. Girls who menstruate.
she menstruates. She's
She
not even
bleeds
wearing
out.
pants.
She bleeds out. She's a free bleeder.
So with this fluoride toothpaste or lack thereof, it limits the amount of toothpaste I could choose from. And I have found that a lot of the fluoride-free toothpastes don't have the same. When you're done, like doesn't have that same vibe.
Have you tried Boca? It's a fluoride-free toothpaste that I use.
I have not.
Which one do you use?
But are you the person who says her own boyfriend can't even fuck her facing forward because her breath is so bad? I'm going to try Boca.
Maybe get back on fluoride, Esther.
What if you just used deodorant, chewed, and used fluoride? You would maybe our numbers would go up.
Okay, I made out with Annie, and your breath is like chemically matched with mine.
Really?
Her breath is really.
We have a vibe, Esther.
Yeah, I would make out with
You guys
Annie.
made out for like a bit, or you guys were like out somewhere and you were attracted
both.
to each other?
What do you want to know? No, just on the show, and your breath was so good for me.
Thank you.
I don't think we've generally maybe we pecked, but I don't know.
I don't think Dave would like it if Dave is like me. I don't think Dave would like it if you two made out. And I'm going to speak for Dave right now. You guys shouldn't do that.
We didn't say we would.
I'm just saying.
Sex is not kissing.
It sounds almost like you really want us to.
No, if I wanted you to, believe me, I wouldn't be bringing it up so much. I would really hate if you two girls kissed right now.
Whether you're new to cannabis or an old pro, there's no denying that many of the products on the market seem iffy at best. And when you want to relax, iffy is the last way you want to feel. Mood puts an end to guessing games. It's 100% federally legal, Delta 8 and Delta 9 THC. You can have shipped straight to you.
I think the best thing about Mood is that the experts at Mood have tested and tailored different strains for specific moods. So you can get an energized for when you want to seize the day. You can get creative to get inspired and mentally stimulated. You can get focused. Perfect for getting in the zone. And then they have other moods like euphoric, erotic, sleepy, chill, social, and body soother.
However you like to take THC, Mood has you covered. Great for both beginner and veteran users. They're great tasting gummies, classic flower, convenient pre-rolls, and so much more. Ready for a good time without the guesswork? Order your THC products from Mood today. And for 20% off your first order and free gummies, go to hellomood.com and use promo code TRASHTUESDAY. That's hellomood.com, promo code TRASHTUESDAY for 20% off your order and
free gummies.
That's right. It's getting juicy. Brought to you by Simply Spiked. Okay, we're talking gossip right now.
All right. Honestly, Esther, say what you just said to me.
I said that you need to be a lesbian.
She needs me to start. She wants me to start.
I need the same, by the way.
But this is not a joke.
Why do I have to be the lead?
I really learned in the past couple weeks that you are the perfect lesbian and you're gatekeeping your lesbianism from all of us.
I'm saving it for Todd. I make him mangina. I make him tuck.
No, you're the hottest possible lesbian.
I would dominate. I would crush. I
You'd
would
be the
slay.
next Ruby Rose.
I'd be Ruby Rose.
No, you'd be Shane from the L Word.
I'd be Shane.
Like you actually could be blonde, blue-eyed Shane.
I'd be Shane.
God, were we not all in love with Shane?
Shane was so hot.
Unbelievable.
I liked Shane, but I also really like Jenny Schechter because I saw myself in her.
Jenny?
Insider.
Okay, wait. So we actually asked our fans for some gossip, and I got some stuff I want to share.
'Cause let's be real. I think our gossip's out.
No, it's
Is there
not.
any more? No. Do you think we have more gossip?
Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh.
You're
Annie,
delusional.
you and I have, between the three of us, so much in the tank. So much in the tank
There
we
are
can never
so
release
many
into the world.
exes that we haven't even dusted off
These
yet.
poor men, they're like, finally, she stopped talking about me. And then I'm like, I was asked.
Just kidding.
Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting. Like, I want to know what you guys think of this situation. I have a coworker that is attached to his wife at the hip. Anytime she's home, he wants to leave early and be with her. He hates closing shifts because of this. He just emailed everyone today asking to switch shifts because he just has to go with his wife to a party of her friends. And no one is going to switch because he goes home early every day because he clocks in 20 minutes early every day. He's always sick or sad and stays home with her. It's weird. My female coworkers and I all discuss how much we would hate to have a partner like that, and we enjoy our alone time.
I think she hates him just as much.
Really?
This sounds like someone who might be slightly anxious.
Now, I have to say, I literally just called myself out to Dave for this. Whenever I'm at the Comedy Store and I know Dave is home, I rush home.
Yeah.
And Dave is like, I don't know why you do that. And the only
He's like, I keep telling you, stay out late.
he literally does. And I'm like, it is just this like internal.
Can I tell you from the other side of that, where it's just people trying to hang out with you at the Comedy Store and you're just leaving? You doing that to Lisa the other day was the greatest thing. This is some gossip. Lisa Traeger we were all talking to Esther, and you get your little moment with Esther and you're like, think it's going to keep going because it's just like the tip of the like gossip iceberg. And then Esther just starts walking to her car and like, whoa, what? Lisa's like, you're not even going to stay a little bit. I was like, ha ha, it's not just me. Okay. I can't tell you how many times this girl's left me mid-sentence.
Because
I've chased you down the sidewalk. I've chased you.
I
Your
know.
car. I chased after your car.
I am this guy where I rush home. But if Dave is out at the casino with your platonic lover, Jean,
Yeah.
I will stay. I will hang. And
Do you know how much Todd would like to be involved in that, by the way, the casino?
oh, he's more than welcome.
I think.
What if all of our boys went to the casino
You know,
together?
Bobby was this is gossip. Bobby was not allowed to go to the casino with Jean and Dave.
actually makes sense?
'Cause-
And also, he shouldn't be allowed. He's the worst gambler.
He's not
ever.
helpful. Yeah, he's not
No,
gonna be
one
helpful to
time
the-
we were, I think it was like the Hard Rock somewhere in like Florida. We were in Florida somewhere. We were at a casino. I've never seen someone lose that much money so fast. I spent
And
the
this is in
next,
Florida.
I spent the next 3 hours doing everything I could to win the money back. I stayed at the blackjack table, and mind you, I don't gamble a lot, but I won.
You pretended you worked there. You took tips.
No, but I won the money back from for him because I was just like, this cannot be. Like, I cannot believe you lost that in like 30 minutes.
There's something about watching someone who has money lose money fast that makes me so excited. It gets me through like a fear that I have, but it's through someone else. I was at a casino once with the Hannibal Buress, and this was when I was like living in my car broke, like barely had money, like was so excited to be getting this like paid feature gig.
Hey,
in
who was
Vegas.
obsessed with you the most when you were living in your car? Me. And
Yeah.
who was shaming you though for keeping your makeup in a plastic like grocery bag?
Look at you now. You have a sock, a designer sock. There. But yeah, still would rush home. I'm like, I live in my car. I'm in my house. You don't want to come over and hang out? We can listen to some music, whatever you want. You want Taylor Swift? You want Lana? Who do you want?
I will say that like the idea of going home and just hanging out in pure comfort with someone you love is really exciting, no matter how long you've been with them. But where is yours coming from? Why do you need why do you feel the need to go home to Dave? Is it
'Cause
anxiety
he
or
rejected
really
her.
want to hang out with him?
It's like all of it. It's like I just knowing that someone is sitting there, I'm like, I want to rush back. And I don't know why, because sometimes I do go and then we sit in our separate rooms. It makes no sense. And he's like, that's crazy. You should stay as long as you want. But I will say about this person's, with their messages, if a guy was always rushing home to me, I actually would not like it. It's kind of gross.
Let's just say this. If Todd doesn't pick up a FaceTime from me,
Oh no.
I consider he's kidnapped my dog. I go, you've kidnapped my dog. Where are you? It's like he's either gambling or he's at the terrarium store. He's like getting a new gecko or something.
Oh,
It's
no.
like, I know now. Now I know the tells. But I love being around Todd all the time. And when now that he's working and I can't go on the road or he can't go on the road with me, I'm like desperate to get home. I mean, I guess that's different because we're...
My safe space is being at home with Dave, but we're not even in the same room. That is my... that feels so good to me. When you guys are home, are you always like hanging or are you separate?
No, but he always wants me to... He has like his... I guess it's the aquarium room now. His office. And we have a TV in there. But the only place for me to sit is like an old gaming chair that's like back. So I'm like this, and there's like cup holders. And he always wants me to watch TV in there, but I'm like, I want to like lay in my bed. I have the hospital bed. I can like, like it's perfect.
Can I crack one of these?
Yes, crack one.
But Khalyla, do you, if a guy rushed home to you, would you be turned off?
Okay. So here's what I liked. I can only speak for my last relationship because I haven't been in anything that deep since. I loved it when I would randomly leave without like telling Bobby, or he would wake up and then I wasn't home and I would look at my phone and he'd be like, where are you, mommy? I need you. And it made me feel so warm inside. But I liked it when he would go out to swingers or like to whatever diner, like after his sets at the Comedy Store. But he was really good about calling me right after his set and saying like, hey, I'm doing this with this specific person. And but sometimes he would come home at 3 and that was okay with me.
I do love good communication, good phone calls, good keeping me in the loop of where you are and stuff like that. I remember one time in college, I was dating this guy and he went to Vegas for the weekend, like literally with his dad. And my dad was like, so he's been gone for 2 days and he hasn't called you. My old man dad was like, he's not your boyfriend. Like he like instilled in me, if he doesn't call you,
He's his dad's boyfriend. He's in a
and
romantic...
my dad is my boyfriend.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I'm at the Comedy Store, if Todd doesn't come with me, we both know I'm going to be there until the crack of dawn. Like he knows I'm not coming home. I can't. I want to be with him, but I
respect you for that. That's amazing that you can go out and have fun knowing he's home and you don't give a
yeah.
I think that's
good.
Okay, the best feeling in the world is being in like just a secure relationship
Yes.
where there's implicit trust in the other person, that it's like you can do whatever you want because like we are so sure about each other.
Yeah.
That is the greatest feeling. Go fly, baby, go fly.
But
Do
it
your
took me
thing.
years to be okay with that because I wanted Dave to be jealous and wonder where I was. And I hated that he was confident.
That must have annoyed him so much.
Yes, he was like, what the hell? Let's talk about Simply Spiked a little bit because we're here chatting for them a little bit. So Khalyla, what do you have there?
In my hand is Simply Spiked mango peach flavor. I'm telling you guys, like it's been so hot here in LA. Sweltering.
I know.
This is one of the most refreshing drinks I have ever had. I take it in the shower with me. I blast my music. I go in my, nothing feels better than knowing you're going to step out for the night and you feel really good about yourself and you take one of these in the shower with you. Life hack.
I also
It's so
love
good.
fruit flavors right now. Like
Yes.
it is not a summer if you're not feeling that juicy peach flavor.
Peach is my favorite too.
For the summer especially. I just think that for the summer, fruit flavored drinks are just it. They're so refreshing. And honestly, like this is a great thing to take at any party. Any summer party you go to, this is a hit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
It's definitely a good present to bring
Simply Spiked flavors are crafted with 5% ABV and 5% real fruit juice. It's summertime. Pick up a variety pack today to try all 4 new fresh flavors. Signature peach, that's our favorite. Strawberry peach, kiwi peach, and mango peach. Go to drinksimplysspiked.com/TrashTuesday to find out how to get your hands on new Simply Spiked peach. That's drinksimplysspiked.com/TrashTuesday. Flavored beer, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Simply Spiked, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly. Simply Spiked is a trademark of the Simply Orange Juice Company.
And now we know if you take a drink of it, it's like showering with Khalyla.
Ooh, yeah. I'm freaking out a little bit. How serious is this that the breath is... But I like his body smell.
That's important. For me, it's
that
like
was
this.
what mattered.
I will say this, like
I
people...
like his body smell you just did.
I had a partner who went
like his body
full...
smell.
I had a partner who went full keto and his breath turned like floral and shitty and it was not a match for me anymore. I had a very big aversion to his scent after his diet change.
Now, I'm not sure I know what full keto means. Is that an anime? And he's like carried around one of those big swords like Cloud.
But
put him a picture. People don't get it.
Do you like Todd's morning breath?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
I do.
Todd's your dog?
Yes.
Does he like yours?
Yes, we love each other.
Wait, I like my dog's breath.
Uh-oh.
More than your fiance's?
Yeah. Do you? Yeah.
Oh, is that why
I
you
do
named him
too.
Donut?
My dogs have full on garbage breath and I'll kiss them like all day because they're just like my babies, right? But I mean, not as like, I don't feel sexual towards them, so that doesn't count. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like
you
for
know
me to
what?
feel sexual towards somebody, I really, really have to like everything about their scent. And even if it's maybe stronger for somebody, like their BO might not, someone would be like, oh, like I hate that scent. I'm probably obsessed with their BO and I'll probably stick my head in there and inhale deeply a couple times a day.
Okay,
I'll shower Todd up sometimes though if he smells too bad. But he
Yeah.
doesn't really smell that bad. Todd's like pretty...
Okay, this or the alternative.
I've told Todd to throw a toothbrush in there.
Same. So
Yeah.
I don't have a problem telling, like when I was with Bobby, just be like, hey, go brush your teeth because he either just vaped, he ate, you know, whatever greasy food
Todd
he ate,
vapes.
and the combo is not good. I don't like vape breath, so I'm like, before we make out, can you please go?
Don't like vaping and smoking. And I'm not talking about even in a sexual sense. I just am very turned off by it.
Yeah,
I just think
it's
it's very unhealthy.
It is tough, even like with now that Bobby dips. It not like we're
Does
still
he dip
making out.
now?
Oh, he dips. He dips a lot.
Oh
so
my
I'm like, oh my god, I'm
God.
so
When he
glad
dips,
you
you
started that.
when he dips,
He
I
dips?
dip.
Yeah. You dip?
I dip, you dip.
But he didn't have a scent. He doesn't have a natural body
Right, he
odor,
doesn't smell.
so he doesn't sweat. His armpits don't smell.
I mean, vape is it's still bad for you.
I know, but I'm saying is like,
It's better though.
it was hard for me to even
more chemical.
read.
It smells less bad too.
Yeah,
It does.
the what? Cigarettes or vape?
It's like
Vaping
yeah.
doesn't smell as bad.
But it's not great. It's not great. But my boyfriend's
stale.
family is like a whole vaping family. They all used to smoke cigarettes. Now they vape. His brother has a whole YouTube channel where he makes vape recipes and stuff. He's like rich off vape.
Oh shit!
I've never heard of a vaping family.
They're a vape family, baby.
What?
Go to New Jersey. Go to Tom's River.
Wait, Rick, what is wrong with your hormones? Like, how did you know? Because I never hear guys talk about their hormones. This is a very female issue.
Yeah.
I'm having it.
Well, I feel very strongly about hormones. You and I actually had a discussion on the phone about this. I don't know if you remember about the morning after pill.
Oh, yeah.
I have very strong feelings on things that adjust people's hormones. I was having panic attacks. I know. And I see a lot of doctors. I have
Is that
two
like Dave
podiatrists.
too? Is that like Dave too?
One for each foot.
No,
Opposite.
Dave is not like that.
And I didn't know what was wrong. My doctors didn't know what was wrong. And I experimented with a lot of things, foods, and went and met with an endocrinologist. And I didn't know that was an issue, but I found out that my testosterone was above what I don't even know what it is. It's higher than the 1500 that it goes to. And at the time, my estrogen was really high. And then my estrogen went back here and then here. I know that I'm very sensitive to cortisol spikes and I'm very in touch with I've become very in touch with when I feel a certain way, how much of it is chemical.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on too.
Low blood sugar even. I made sure to have a hard-boiled egg before I came here.
It's a good snack.
And
Not if you're hypoglycemic. That
Really?
gives you
Are you allowed to
almost
say that?
nothing. It almost gives you nothing. That's not a fast sugar.
I take I find that in the mornings I don't normally eat breakfast. I just don't. But when I have coffee, I need to have something in my body. So I like to start the day with at least
That
a
is
little
true.
protein.
Yes, because that will prevent a cortisol spike, right?
I don't know if that's cortisol or sometimes I don't know the difference between cortisol and adrenaline. I just know that I am super sensitive to my things and my feelings and my hormones. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm meeting with geneticists and I just
What is
I like these doctors.
what is the end
I've
goal,
never
Rick?
heard of these doctors.
To get you to feel a little bit more like calibrated, or is it because you're trying to have a baby?
so I'm also looking into that stuff as well.
Okay.
You guys don't have your headphones on, but there's some.
It's me,
noises.
and you keep looking at me.
It's
and-
it? Leather something.
Yeah, it's the leather.
Okay.
But I'm just adjusting my mic.
Okay.
Rick, I swear to God. I
What?
swear to God.
What?
You're in close proximity to me. I'm going to throw hands.
Honest to goodness. If you hit me,
What?
if you hit
What?
me
I
on
will
camera,
come.
I would hit you back. I would hit you back and I would hit you in the stomach hard.
Where I can't breathe because of this fucking corset?
And I would say, I'm pressing charges unless you let me post the clip. That's my clip. Now, the end goal is to better understand why. Is this just what it is? Or is there a better version? Is there something that is doing this to me? I have been learning and working on my own self-soothing practices, and that's great. But do I need to implement them as strongly if I could better control the hormones in my body? Or is this just what it is?
Can you do some of the self-soothing ones on me right now?
It's self-soothing.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess we need a tongue scraper.
It did look a little
It
yellow.
matches the. But we've talked about that.
yeah.
That's just maybe if you chewed more.
Are you sweaty? Do you like sweat a lot from stress and stuff?
I think I've never noticed I sweat more or less than the average athlete.
And then you're lucky if you have high testosterone. Usually those are bald guys usually have high testosterone. You're
Really?
lucky
It
you get a
depends.
good
It
next
depends if it
head of
turns
hair.
into DHT. DHT? Is that right?
Yeah.
It depends. Everyone is different, more or less susceptible.
What would you do if you were bald? Would you get hair implants?
Yeah,
really?
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're an actor, or just
because I would probably just feel insecure about
I
it.
feel
Your
like
dad has good hair.
My
though.
dad,
You're
my
gonna
dad,
be-
my dad has better hair than. My dad's hair is. His forehead is like a thumbnail. It's insane.
What do you mean like a thumb?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
understand.
fucking tight, dude. My dad's hair, it just looks like George Lopez, just like eyes, eyebrows, hair, just fucking mane. My dad's hair is amazing. I love my dad so much.
Your
Where-
dad's cool.
Where would you
I
get
love my parents.
I know. I love my parents too.
Is it rude to ask a guy who you see like starting to bald, be like, hey, like maybe save your pennies because like I like hair and
Yes.
I would love for you to keep your
That
hair.
is rude to do it that way. Again, we were talking about
Yeah.
tact.
Okay, tell me how. Oh, by the way, tell me how to tell someone they have bad breath. You never got to that.
Sure. Also, and I don't want to be rude, but I could use this as an opportunity. It's not that big of a deal. I know that you were running late for something. I don't know if you
Is
want
there
to
lipstick on my teeth?
Your breath's a little. Maybe one of
Oh,
my
shut up,
He's-
Rick.
thing. That's how I would do it.
Oh,
See,
that's
I
how
didn't
you're
like
saying
that.
it. That's horrible. That hurt my feelings.
And you know what? Then now I know I won't tell you that your breath is bad.
Yeah, how
But if
would you?
somebody
But how would
wants
you
that-
like it to be
You should
told
set
to
it
you?
on a mic in front of them.
But he doesn't really.
I was
think-
doing an acting. I'm saying
You asked him and he was just
exercise.
answering.
You said, "How would I do it?" And I was showing.
Okay, go. Show me
But
again.
fine. If it was
Why don't all three of us will?
Sorry, I got
fine,
caught off guard.
I'll show you how to do it on a podcast.
ABC. We'll all get a turn, and you tell us who did it best. You go first.
Great.
Okay.
Real quick, tell me the truth. Will you edit this out? Okay. Not coincidentally, but your breath is a little bad. I don't really care that much. But if you want a minter to go do something, and come back in right after she said ABC. A Rick, you go first, and then we take that
But
up.
why would it matter? Like if you're on the podcast with her, why would it matter to tell her during the podcast?
I just did. They're not really editing that out.
No, I know, but I'm just saying as this role play, I'm saying, but like in that scenario, while you're in the middle of like a podcast, you don't need to tell her then.
Because
maybe
somebody might be
afterwards.
embarrassed.
No,
But
but
maybe
okay, your turn.
afterwards.
You go.
I would say like after, if it's like this scenario is Khalyla, it's like after the show, I'd be, if you were like, I'm going out to do something, I'd be like, all right, before maybe you should, your breath is a little bit rough. A little ripe.
Yes, I feel like
Afterwards,
that's a
like if
little
I'm
softer.
helping you out for something else you're going to do, but I wouldn't need to do it. I mean, I know you were doing it for the sake of the thing, but.
Yeah, I didn't like yours as much. I like Annie's a
My
little bit
turn.
better. Your turn.
Can I kiss you real quick?
Oh,
It was like, let me make your breath worse.
Look, wait, I just want to I'm.
Are you going to adjust the
hey,
glasses?
put on the
during
mic.
thing?
Esther's talking.
Okay, so hey, Khalyla, I deal with this a lot. I just want you to know, I think your breath might be bad, but it's not as bad as mine.
I can hear your breath right now. By the way.
Wait, I want to
Drink
start
some
over.
water, bitch.
I want to
It's too serious. Yours is too serious. Annie's is more casual. Annie's is just like, wait, don't go. Like, let me help you out real quick.
I'll be like a little bit like fun bitchy.
Yeah. Well, I think.
But I know you.
I'd be like, oh my god.
I think I wouldn't tell someone, like if I don't know them that well, I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah, that's a dance that I've had to learn how to choreograph myself. I sometimes like feel like my instinct used to be if I would want to know, if I would tell the person, and then I found myself in situations where I don't know the other person, and one of the rules I've set for myself is I don't know everybody my truth, and that could translate into many different ways. And I've had to censor myself sometimes, and I still feel bad. Like in this arbitrary example, there could be someone I don't really know that much, and their breath is horrible, and I'll walk away not having told them, which I think was the right thing, and still feel like, oh, that was so shitty of me. But sometimes you tell it, and they can't hear it, and I don't want to carry that load.
Sometimes it's like if you have to work in close proximity to people, right? Let's say you're a caretaker. Like I do think it is your responsibility to make sure that your breath is as good as it can be if you're face to face with someone. It's only polite.
I've had to tell people that their perfume is too strong when I work with them.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, because a lot of
That's
people
not their
really
body.
do go
That's not
overboard.
their
Also, here's a quick little PSA. You guys have 50% men, so here's for the 50% women that want a guy's point of view.
Man.
We don't want you to wear perfume. We don't like it. It doesn't smell good. It smells like poison. It's a chemical. Now, if you found a way to spray one time and walk through it where we get close to you and we go, is that could work. Nobody wants it.
I think you're wrong.
Nope.
I feel that way about cologne. I think if
Guys in the comments, right? If you like women that wear perfume.
What about perfume? Like, you know, when the smell of her shampoo after it's like after
If
a
it's
shower.
a good smell, sure. But listen, we're talking about pheromones. What are you hiding?
a lot. I actually don't wear perfume, and I'm probably the only person
You also don't wear deodorant, and I don't think you would smell better with perfume. I think you'd smell better with a shower.
Or you do wear deodorant.
I wear deodorant that doesn't work
Yeah, sometimes I smell a hoagie situation.
on me.
Yeah, I've smelled you.
Oh yeah. I know.
But I'm all for. I get why you don't want to wear deodorant,
Thank you.
but there's natural deodorants that work. Yeah, I think perfume, though it could smell good, like to you when it's on the it's distracting.
I don't think you speak for all men, though.
Of course not.
But you sounded really, really like convincing.
Well, you know,
there for a
I got a strong point of view, and I'm selling it from that point.
I'll say this:
Sure,
there are
somebody likes it.
some men who overdo it with a cologne, where I'm completely repulsed by it, and there are some men where like the cologne sits with their body chemistry really well, and
Sure.
I am just so enamored by it.
There's a cologne.
But it's got to be
that-
very light amount.
There's a
or you like it
cologne that
strong.
Bobby wears that I hate.
Oh no, that's intentional.
I absolutely hate it. It's and it's not like,
Annie, it's all of them.
but it's such
Wait,
a
Bobby's
weird.
wearing cologne intentionally to repel Annie.
Yes. not to repel everyone. So what he doesn't want is you smell good. He doesn't want that. He wants people's reaction to be like, what the fuck is that? Is it like a burning piece of wood?
Is it like
Why?
when I walk around with headphones, even if I'm not listening to something, so people don't talk to me?
Similarly, maybe.
No, but why does he do that? That doesn't make
Because
any
he wants
sense.
to smell, he calls it, he wants to smell like the future. He doesn't want to smell like every other boy. He wants to smell like a
It's
burning
so weird.
church.
He used to want to smell like Wiz Khalifa.
So that's his thing. So like that, some of the stuff that he wears is so strong. I don't love it.
If I understood it.
But I respect what happened.
It wasn't at you that
Okay.
I wasn't laughing. I just didn't understand.
It's okay. It's Future and Wiz Khalifa are both musicians.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
And I'll say it. They're both black. There. Sorry.
And he is speaking for all men, okay?
Speaking for all black men, we don't want your perfume.
You don't want any cologne on any.
Oh my
man.
God. Like, I actually feel this. I almost am scared to sound too mean, but I feel bad for any man that wears cologne. I'm like, I think it's so gross. I feel bad. I'm like, you must feel low status in society. Like,
Really?
why?
I think it's like,
You're talking about an opinion on senses and instead judging the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my take. How I yes, and as a person who is low status in society, short, ugly female, I identify, I relate.
You think you're female?
You're not
Esther.
Esther. You're not Esther. I also want to say on here because we bust Esther's
Yeah, of
balls
course.
a lot, her, but
It's
like
funny to call her ugly.
you're not ugly. You're really, really pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Say that.
cute.
What do you say more?
We think you're pretty and you're funny and
But you thinking you're ugly is like one of the things that makes you hot.
you're not hot. You're not even pretty.
She is. Look at her tits. Look at her tits. The hottie.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome, sir. But did
Esther,
your
but don't
did your
speak about yourself that way. You could say that you're not a pretty person.
It
You're not
also
an ugly
doesn't,
person.
but it also doesn't like work anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it was like an old, but I think you still identify.
Well, I
as-
definitely identify as low status. Also, how about this? A woman over 35, low status. in
Over
society.
35, really?
Yeah.
She's 35 and a
Honestly,
half.
I thought you were maybe 30. You look amazing.
This is getting weird.
Wow,
No,
Rick.
there's some things coming. Don't
Something's
worry.
happening.
Nothing's coming. Nothing ever comes with you. And if you want more of those left turns, head on over to Rick and Esther. Have a time
But,
wherever you get the yada yadas.
Did your grandfather wear like cologne or any sort of?
You assuming I
Aftershave?
knew my grandfather is
You scream. I was pals with my grandfather more than anyone I've ever met.
my
in life.
dad is a
His
grandfather's
grandfather's
age.
age. But did he ever wear like an?
Actually,
aftershave?
yes. My mom's my grandfather on my mom's side, who's not my biological grandfather, but he wore Old Spice, and that does conjure up a positive memory. in a
Yeah.
way. But most colognes today that we smell, men today, it's like Axe or like the things that Bobby wear. It smells like chemicals. And it's gross. And I do like a man smell. I love a sweaty underarm. When Dave is dirty, like when he comes home from a fresh day of golf, like, you know?
You like that smell, just not the breath. You
Yes.
just cover the mouth.
Yes.
There's a certain type of smell that someone gets. Like it doesn't smell like body odor. It smells like the day. Like in Filipino, we call it
Ozone.
You smell like araw. Araw just means like it smells like the day. Like you've been working outside and there's dirt and the sun.
And that's good
Ozone.
or bad?
I
People
don't
refer to
like
it in the
it.
States as ozone.
Also, I don't like the smell of people's scalps.
Scalp is a rough
that's the
smell.
silly. You are so silly.
You're always fighting us on this.
I like how clean of a judgment that was. I like
But
that.
it's very dirty too. It's because she doesn't want to shower.
Oh, that's
She's mad at us.
no, that's so silly. I like that.
No,
Bring
she
that
really-
to our pod.
You know what I
really-
mean, though, Annie, right?
Yes, but
What?
Esther is like, you should be able to just not shower, not bathe.
Yeah. It's a scalp. What
It
is
smells bad. Do you ever like smell someone's hat? You like the smell?
I love the
of
smell of my girl's scalp. Honest to goodness,
Because it's a
love.
match. But it's a match. But like, I don't match with other people's
This is what
scalp.
we were talking about. When you go to like a hot yoga class and you go into the bathroom afterwards, there are girls that are just drying the sweat on their head.
Why do they
and
do
it
this?
wafts into the bathroom, and it is like, it's almost
Drying?
like you're.
What do you mean?
Okay,
They
this
take
is
like a hairdryer and they dry their wet, sweaty scalp.
fucking criminal.
That's why I don't.
What? I
After
think
Soul
bathrooms anymore.
Cycle class, like mind you, you're drenched, similar to hot yoga. I
love
And
that.
then afterwards, instead of jumping in the shower and maybe doing a little rinse, you blow dry the sweat on your head, and the smell takes up the whole room. And I literally want to kill somebody.
Dry shampoo at least.
No.
Something.
You guys are freaking me out right now because you just helped my memory figure out my favorite version of me and all women, which is after hot yoga or a workout class, your hair is dripping sweat, and then you just go about your day and you let it dry, and then you have like this sweaty, dry hair smell.
Now add blow dryer to that. You're drying it.
That's fine. That gets us there faster.
No,
No.
for different reasons. blow drying your hair doesn't get you where it would have gotten you had you air dried it faster. It's a completely different thing. I don't blow dry my hair. I like to dry my hair in a hat. Not for the smell, of course, but because it helps lock in the curls. And if you want curls, head on over to Rick and Esther Have a Time.
Well, hey, Rick, are you too busy with summer plans to cook, but you want to make sure you're eating well?
Yeah, why are you talking to me like a robot?
Also, why are your glasses down like that?
Well, with Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up to while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality.
Let the people at home know what they're getting, not just read it to them.
Factor's fresh, never
I have
frozen
tried Factors,
meal.
honest to goodness, because they sponsor my podcast. It's really, really good.
And they cater to several different lifestyles, from keto to calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and protein plus if you're on a high protein diet for your muscles.
Oh.
For your muscles, Rick.
Factor is legit the only way I've ever felt like I'm eating restaurant quality meals at home.
With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice, Rick. Did
How
you know
so?
that? Well, they offset 100% of their delivery emissions, source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices, and feature sustainably sourced seafood in their meals.
They give you 50% off by using code
They're
TRASH.
just that amazing.
I have 3 words for you.
I am hungry.
Apple cinnamon pancakes.
Head to factormeals.com/trash50 and use code trash50 to get 50% off.
Honestly, that's crazy.
That's code TRASH50 at factormeals.com/trash50 to get 50% off. Trash50. And yes, we all want to have a fun, crazy, wild summer. And let's have Factor feed us so that we can do that.
Let's have Esther stop cooking. I've never started. Let's just have Factor do it for us.
You would be a great hairdresser. I could tell.
Why
He
is
looks
that?
like he'd be
I don't
a
gossip.
hairdresser.
Hair people always, you know what I do now? When hair people almost always gossip, you know what I do when they're doing it? I go, I don't like that. I don't like the gossip.
Do you really do that?
Oh, yeah.
And what do they do?
They go, oh, okay.
What do they gossip with you about, though?
Oh,
if they started
other actors or other people on your. Usually, if I go to a hair person, it's because I'm either getting my hair cut. That's the only time, and I'm friends with her, or if it's on set somewhere, and then this is so set. There's always gossiping about people.
Well, that's bad. That's a bad sign if they're talking shit about someone else too. Then they're going to drag something you said over to someone else.
Everybody talks about people, and everybody's talking about me, and everyone's talking about you and you and you. I don't want to be part of it.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this up. There's a coffee shop near my house that I go to, and there's a guy that works there. And for some reason, sometimes I'll just tell him shit I shouldn't tell him, or not like shouldn't. It's just
you should get him on the pod.
No, I'm sure he'd love it. But there's another comic that goes there, and he told me about her breakup. He goes, I have to tell you some gossip. He goes, so-and-so just went through a breakup. And I went, oh my God. He goes, don't tell her. I go, yeah, right. So I immediately call. I go, dude, the guy at the coffee shop just told me about your breakup. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I go in.
Keep it lock and key?
But then I go in and he goes, you told her? I go, this is a cycle. Okay. Like it's inappropriate for her to tell you her business. It's inappropriate for you but for you to think I'm not going to tell her is absolutely, I will 100% complete.
Triangulate.
I had the same thing with a masseuse.
But it's inappropriate. I have a problem that she has where I'm like, for some reason, I'm like drinking my coffee and I just tell this guy, I go, why the fuck did I tell this guy something?
This masseuse told me, a friend of mine, like all this stuff about her hormones and like her trying to conceive.
High testosterone.
All this stuff. And then I told her, my friend, and she was like, why is she telling you that?
I'll tell you why. Because you told the masseuse and you told the barista.
Yes. No,
People don't have their unwritten boundaries because they think, whatever, I'm saying it here. The pillow is out. What is it? The feather? The feather?
I don't know.
Pillow?
I have no clue.
Like the feather is out of the pillow.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Look up the feathers are out of the pillow. I believe you. I believe I'm saying it wrong. But do you understand the analogy? Once it's out.
No, but I do think that's how I feel. I am a chatty bitch. I'm a chatty.
No, I think it.
When I'm a chatty bitch, if I say something, I know that it's out, it's going to people, I accept responsibility.
Say the feathers are out of the, you can't put the feathers back in the pillow. Look that up, would you?
That's where cat out of the bag came right up.
What? No, he
Unless
typed
we
in cat out of the
searched
bag.
But why was the cat in the bag? Why was the cat in the bag?
Who's trying to put cats in bags?
Before we do a bit that's not going to play for too long, will you look at...
No, but this is not a bit. This
pillow?
is finding out the actual...
You can't put the feathers back in the pillow.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Andres knew about the cat.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Esther said it.
Oh, she did.
What is it?
What is the story about the gossip feather? I mean, that's a quote. What's that? The story is often told that most
It's a
unusual
story.
penance, Philip. No, I mean, I can't read any of these words. Assigned for a woman for her skin for spreading gossip. Anyway, when you say something to somebody, it's now assume everybody in the world knows it.
Okay.
Find out why the cat was in the bag.
I'd like to say one thing
That's a fair
about
origin
gossiping
story,
though.
What is it?
I'd like to say
I'm saying it's a fair origin story to want to understand.
Yeah, see? Thank you.
A
We're learning
ferret?
each other.
No, a
Can you
fair,
look it up?
like I don't
Really?
know why the cat is out of the bag.
I was gonna say
But
I
why
could
was
guess.
it in the bag?
My guess
Guess
is
what it
if that is a metaphor for spilling the beans, my guess would be that once people saw the cat, you don't need to put it back in the bag. Like we've already seen that
But
what you
what-
snuck in here was a cat.
Oh, you snuck it in.
I see. Yeah, still doesn't make that much sense, but I will say this. This is what I learned about
Flush the pennies
gossiping.
down the toilet then.
So
She wasn't here for that.
in my country, the Philippines has no recorded serial killers, and they attribute.
What about your family members?
No, that's just they call that
Domestic?
crime of passion.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Your family members are murderers?
Yes.
yeah, but like obvious, no serial killers, not someone who has gone months.
They
and
kill within the
months.
family.
Yeah, but this is why the Philippines has no serial killers, is because we have a
You don't eat
very,
breakfast.
very efficient gossip culture. We call it like the chismosa culture, where the moms, the aunties, everyone is
Isn't
always
that
saying each
Spanish?
other's.
Chisme?
Yeah.
Yeah, chisme is, yeah. But the Philippines was colonized for 300 years by
Duh.
the Spanish.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, the chismosa culture is basically that like someone's going to be busted before they're able to commit their second murder. Like we just don't have that because everyone talks there. Your shit is not safe. Your secrets are not safe. People talk.
But in your analogy, it would actually makes people safe.
Yeah, so there is an upside to being gossipy or being a chismosa.
Hey, don't get mad at the other person for saying the thing that you decided to tell them.
Yeah, you know what?
Unless they are inner circle.
Who was responsible for really taking Bill Cosby down? Makeup artists, right? People who worked in the industry who talked
I
amongst
thought it was
each
Hannibal
other.
Buress.
I know.
Yes,
How
I mean
crazy is
he
that?
eventually talked about it like that, but
I actually
they
want to take that back.
yeah.
I heard it was Bill Cosby himself because he's the one that did it.
Ooh, now that.
He's the only one that's
Wow.
responsible.
Forward thinking. I like that. And you're wearing a Cosby sweater, so it's perfect. Do
Did he wear cardigans?
you like it? Just let it.
Yeah, poetic
Join
license.
In. Join in.
But did he wear cardigans?
I think he
Because if he did, I'll stop wearing this. I hate what he did to those women.
I thought you liked it. You said you liked what he did.
What are you talking about, Esther?
Check it out on Esther and Rick Have a Time.
didn't say that.
They discuss, was Bill Cosby good or bad?
I heard he's going on tour again.
that's
Is
what I
that
heard
crazy?
too.
Who's going to open for him?
I mean, we all would.
Campanelli?
Would you open for Bill?
I would.
Cosby?
Wouldn't she?
You know, if
Oh,
other
Pryor open, don't worry.
the problem was
Wait,
that
so you would.
I would open for him, but I would do that. He would only let me do it once because I would go up there and I would tell that SOB, what you did to those women was uncool, man. Listen, if I want to sleep with a chick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce myself and hope she likes the smell of my scalp, because otherwise I don't need to put something in her drink. That's not going to get me off. I could be having sex with a beautiful woman and she says she's enjoying it. And I'm thinking, yeah, because I put something in your drink. That's not me. I want to know that you love me.
You need them to say I love you first.
Honestly, it helps me. It helps.
Were you ever a one night stand guy?
I have experimented with it, but I am not a one man.
I feel like if you have anxiety, it's not good, right?
I did not like it.
yeah. It's
I don't
not
either.
a fun
It's
vibe.
not fun.
Let's not even say what I don't like because the list could go on. I like connection.
Yeah.
I like a nice smelling scalp. I like good morning breath. I like her doggy. I like liking somebody. And with that, then to answer your question, do you like to be dominant or to be dominated?
Okay. He's got a good memory, baby.
That's private. But if you want to hear about that, head on over to Take Your Shoes Off.
Rick's Patreon.
Yeah. I've done some episodes with my girl on a Patreon and we talk about that kind of stuff. So head on over to patreon.com/take your shoes
Is
off.
your girlfriend an actress? Where'd you meet her?
I don't want to get into it.
Really? Is that a real boundary or a joke boundary?
I don't mind saying where we met, but I don't want to get too much into the personal of the relationship. So I'm just gonna, no, will you Google nip it in the bud?
I used to think when I used to cyber sex when I was 10 with other probably 10-year-olds.
I bet you would
Yeah,
cyber
right.
each other.
They definitely were not 10. They
We
were like
talked about
47 years old.
We talked about this in the last Trash Tuesday. I think you had headaches, where you and I both admit that we went into chat rooms
And we probably,
before pre-puberty.
We probably found each other there.
And then you pretended you were a girl.
I did guys and girls, but I found that
Really?
I found that when I was a girl, I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you the intention that I remember.
Yes.
It was not sexual to me. It was not.
I was not for me either.
It wasn't.
I didn't understand.
But I had found that there were more, I mean, it's obvious now, guys looking to talk to girls and girls looking to talk to guys. And I found that I was able to get in conversation with guys easier. So what I would do is I would pretend that, if I was a guy and then it was another guy, whatever, I would pretend that my girlfriend was there with me. So then, I'll let my girlfriend talk. So that would be whatever. And then you would just talk about stuff. And it wasn't sexual, but it probably was. And I didn't realize.
Were you like looking for friends or you were just curious about other
It wasn't cyber sex. It wasn't put it in my bud. You know, it was like.
For you?
For me, it was, you were still asking age, sex, location and sending pictures. And I would look online for pictures of girls and say, this is me.
yeah, I would.
You were like the OG catfish. You did too?
I never
were
wanted
you
to
a
meet
boy?
somebody.
What?
I was probably 10 or 11.
I was a
Would you
girl.
be-
I
you
was
were
a
a girl.
girl, and
have to be a girl
but
to
I was
do it.
also looking only for girl pics, so I don't really understand how.
Forever. And
So maybe I was a guy. I don't know, but I for the longest time thought pussy meant butt. And
What does it mean?
so that's something that I can relate to and not knowing the right words, but. Yeah, I was just desperate to get as many pictures, and I remember you'd have to like wait for them to download, like they would.
I also wanted to see how guys talk to girls. I remember that. And it wasn't like, how do you pick up a girl? It was just like, it was very voyeuristic. Like I'm seeing something that I couldn't have otherwise seen, and I'm seeing this thing. And I just remember like, whoa.
Do you have siblings?
I have an older brother.
How much older?
2.5 years.
2.5 years?
I mean, when I was 10.
Can he
Do you
stand
guys, were you friends as kids?
No.
No.
He was mean to you, right?
Well, the way I remember it. To be fair, he's not here to defend himself, but the way I remember it, yeah.
Wait, have you ever been effectively catfished? In the early years of, let's say, MySpace or Zanga?
Probably.
Was that a thing?
I also always assumed when I was talking to somebody online that like, maybe this person is real.
Okay. But so you've never actually gotten to the end of it. And
Does that mean when you finally meet somebody and you find out they're fake?
Yeah, and then they just disappear. You've fallen in love. The feelings are real.
I've never fallen in love but without meeting somebody.
I will say at that age, when I was doing that, engaging in that behavior, there was never got even close to a serious conversation about meeting up.
Yeah.
I fell in deep.
Really?
Deep. So this was during MySpace, and there was this Australian guy. We don't even know where he's from, if his Australian accent was real. But I saw that he was a mutual friend of my other friend in Australia. And I asked her the wrong question. Instead of saying, have you met this person in real life? I asked her, do you know this guy? And she was like, yeah, I know him. And that's all. And I didn't.
Meaning I maybe know him just online.
Yes.
Same as you. Right?
Yes. Didn't think, I'm like, then he's real. And I carried on a relationship with him, texting every day, calling every day. Long distance, he would call me for about 10 months, like letters of like, we're in love, like we're going to meet up in the Philippines, like all of these. He would send me care packages. If anyone can find this, no one can find him now, but I remember he went by Amorcito 888.
I know. I have a little
you?
surprise for you. I know where the Philippines are.
And one day he would always call me because I didn't have money for like international calls. One day I was just so like, something is up. So I called him and I heard like a baby crying in the background. And he was like, wait, why are you calling me? Don't call my phone. It was like really freaking weird. And all of his favorite songs, thank God I have like a great knowledge for like 80s music. So I was like, oh my God, I love that song too. But I remember he was like, my favorite song is Caribbean Queen, which is a great fucking 80s song. But he would then reference like old Heart songs.
But wait, how old were you again?
I finally got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you.
How old were you?
I didn't break into the bone. How do
19.
I leave?
Oh, you were 19, so you were legal.
That's a great song.
I only know
Also
it
good hair
because
flip.
Celine Dion covered it.
Oh, really? But his favorite Heart song.
On the clock, the lightning strikes its sharpest on.
Maybe he really was the guy. Did you have a baby,
Yeah, Moshi
did
ate
you
it.
have a baby
His
back in the
favorite-
day?
His favorite Heart
The rib
song.
thing?
What?
Are you talking about the ribs?
Because she said there was a baby. Oh, baby back ribs. Okay.
That song? Have you guys seen the behind the scenes of that song? That went viral a year ago. It shows all the guys in the room. They're like, I got my baby back, baby. And then it like went viral. So I don't know. Maybe you could use that in this.
Do you know the Heart song? All I want to do is make love to you.
All I want to do
It wasn't
is
you.
make
You're
love.
not my catfish.
No, I know. I was pretending that was the Boys to Men song. Which is another good name for your podcast if you guys keep doing this for a few
Boys
more
to
years.
men.
The voice of
Not bad.
Boys 3 men.
Wait, so what?
Oh, yes. So
Who? How old? Who was this person?
I was
She was legal.
20, maybe 19, 20.
And what-
oh wow, this was like 4 or
don't
5
know
years ago now.
anything. I don't know anything. Like he just disappeared, and then he wrote me like a letter on my Tickle Me Hotmail account, and he was like, "Hey, I live in Florida now." He was clearly trying to like reconnect, but I'm like, this person's not real. I promise you.
Make
like,
a documentary. Meet up with him now.
You still don't know who he is?
I don't. But his pictures were of this like gorgeous like guy.
Fuck. He sounds
Wait, so
hot.
after the baby thing, yeah, that was it?
You had a baby?
So I confronted him after hearing the baby. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he, my sister was like, hey, something's really fishy here. Like, I think that you're being like catfish. I was like, no, he's real. I asked so-and-so and she's met him. And I went back to my friend. I was like, wait, you said you knew this guy. She's like, no, I know him online. Like, I've never met him in my life. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, like I'm being catfish. And I was so humiliated and so heartbroken because I had real feelings for this guy.
So he probably lived in Florida the whole time, right? Or did he have an Australian?
Yeah, he had an Australian accent. But he probably, I'm not kidding you.
Did he sound a
probably
little like this?
All right then.
Oh, I really like listening to Hot. I have a banana intolerance. I really do.
You do?
Or
Yeah.
yours?
What about bananas?
I would make smoothies all the time, and I was starting to get these stomach aches, and I did an elimination thing, and I eliminated everything
The
except for...
FODMAP diet?
I didn't use that for this.
Okay.
I eliminated bananas and blueberries, and I was fine. And then I had to reintroduce one. I reintroduced blueberries. I was fine. I'm assuming bananas were the issue.
You know,
I don't know.
hurts to say this because I love spinach so much, but if even a tiny leaflet gets in my salad, I am doubled over in pain.
What?
Explain to Esther what a salad is.
Mama, what is salad?
Love spinach, can't have it.
It's crazy people are still getting catfished when you know about it
I
Yeah,
actually think
FaceTime
out
them.
there.
FaceTime them.
Yeah, if they can't FaceTime, there's an issue.
I'm pro catfishing at this day and age. We all
Go
know
on.
that it's happening. Like, we all are educated enough to know it's possible. So at this point, if it's happening to you, you want it.
You know, feel everyone's educated because you're educated and you're projecting that. It takes somebody to learn a lesson, and let's not have them learn that lesson from it happening to them. Let's have them learn that lesson from like hearing about it.
But sometimes in life, it's best to learn the lesson for yourself.
Yeah, but wear a seatbelt. You know,
Can I
you don't have
just
to
say
learn why you wear a seatbelt the hard way.
And that's why this episode is brought to you by Click It or Ticket. The U.S. government wants...
I will tell you.
Let's see how far she could go. Go ahead.
Oh, no, she cut me off. It's good.
So
You're about to
yes
start
and
the
no.
sweating. The U.S. government, your mind, the gears turning. How do I do bits? How do I do bits?
I actually want to go back to this catfishing thing. Don't you imagine a world where, let's say, maybe you have an injury. Maybe you're stuck at home and you're bored and
Esther's talking again.
you can't do much. And then along comes a beautiful woman who's wanting to chat with you on the internet.
Ooh, you have my attention.
Yeah, I thought so.
Describe her. What's her body type?
Well, she's
How tall is she?
about 5'7". She has a slick backed ponytail, red lipstick, some BDSM tight leather clothes on,
Uh-huh.
and golden kissed suntan skin.
How's her scalp smell?
Very clean.
Well, then all I have to say is hello. Or, that's English. How do you say it in Australian? Hello. How do you say Australian hello?
Hello.
Oi. Oi there. Hey, oi. Hello. What's up?
Khalyla has the most experience. Do you remember a hello in Australia?
No, I just remembered a whole lot of like nor.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nor.
Well,
Oh,
let's say,
nor.
wouldn't you love to just
Nor.
kind of lean back and lean into the fantasy of this beautiful woman wanting to talk to you online and having a great relationship, even if you never meet up with her and it's never.
But it's not. It's
You
not.
feel like you're justifying something you're doing. Are you catfishing people as
It's
like
also not a fair
charity?
transaction. You're not being honest. I think what you're describing is like going to a strip club and buying into the fantasy that this girl likes you and she is getting paid and you're getting a lap dance or whatever it is. Even that I never connected to. It's not
I
real
hate
connection.
that. I hate guys that think they're better than strip clubs.
Oh,
I knew
me
you were one of them.
too.
You know what? I'll let you. I'll
Me
go ahead and
too.
express your point of view, and also try and be mindful of the judgment you're doing by saying better than, as opposed to me saying if it's not a real connection, it doesn't turn me on.
But I don't.
I have trouble at strip clubs too. It's like so
Can't
weird.
get hard?
No, when I go in, I'm like, do you want to I can just give you money.
That
I
makes
just
sense
don't-
because of you're a girl. That makes absolute sense for me because I'm not going there for the sexual experience. Like I'm there to kind of like support athleticism.
I tried.
How many WNBA games have you gone to?
Actually, quite a few.
Flip it. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
what are your three
Ask
favorite
out Esther.
What are your,
oh my
what are your
God.
three favorite WNBA teams?
Esther.
Sparks.
The one that you live in that city, so you know Sparks.
Rick thinks
What are
I
two
can
other
see your
names?
full fucking ass.
I think strippers are athletes. I'm there for the show. I think they're incredible. And a lot of times it really is like a very, I don't know, like.
But you're talking about their skill and their entertainment. Sure, I'm not judging what they do. I'm saying to have a girl dance on you and
It's
to give her
weird.
$20 and to feel like, yeah, I want to buy into this fantasy that this girl likes me.
You don't have to get a private dance. You could just be there.
What bothers you about that?
I don't know if I'm
It's just not for
bothered by
him.
it. It's just like, I've gone to a strip club 3 times in my life. Once when, like, I don't know, before I even moved to California, and then 2 bachelor parties. And the times I was there, I just remember feeling like, first of all, maybe it's just the strip clubs I went to. It's just gross.
What's gross about
Just
it?
like, I don't know. It just feels,
There's like wet money everywhere.
I know, it just feels dirty.
Weird.
It feels dirty. It just feels dirty. There's just ugly guys and it just feels dirty. Also,
What, are you looking in the mirror?
Good one, Esther.
I like the way Dave smells. There's ugly guys and by the way, nothing is grosser than just a ton of ugly guys. Because ugly
Don't
guys,
say that to Khalyla. That's her thing. And
I'm an uggo chaser.
but when they're all in a, if you
they're
have,
horny.
if
and
you have a
there's no-
room full
yes.
of,
I
if you have a room full
would
of
throw
people,
my pussy into that mix so fast.
fine.
Wait, do you go to the strip club and compete with the strippers? Are you like, ooh, there's all these like ugly fucking horny guys?
I want to finish this.
I do.
If the sample is mostly ugly guys, there is something that brought them there. There's a reason that they all have that thing in common.
There's like a loneliness.
There's sure, but good-looking guys, I'm sure, get lonely. There's something about it where like they feel, and possibly it's true, this will satisfy their thing. That thing that they're trying to be satisfied is connection with what they think is a pretty girl and or some fun titties in the face or whatever. I don't connect with that being connection. I don't understand that.
You know what? I'll say that to your point, I do find it creepy when men go there seeking some type of like sexual anything. Usually the guys I go there, they're kind of just like, oh, those girls are pretty. It's a whole fun situation with my friends.
Sure.
Entertainment.
But if they're really
Entertainment,
trying to get
sure.
a private dance and trying to really connect, that to me is a little bit like,
And like,
ooh,
give them $100, do you jerk me off?
yeah.
There's a strip club in Santa Fe. There's like one strip club when I lived there, and it's so dark. It's all just like men really going to.
For that.
Yeah.
I'm not judging sex work. I want that to be, if it's transactional and you both agree to it, sure. But we're
Why do you have to be there?
But what are we're talking?
Why are you standing there while
No,
that's happening?
but if that is what Esther was saying, it's like you get to buy into this fantasy that like, oh, you had a bad day and now here's this person that likes you. That's not real.
But why does, I guess, like
Esther's
a lot of
trying to be pro catfish, so she's definitely pro this.
Right, I forgot what that was the point of
also
it.
a lot of stuff isn't real. And it's okay.
That is okay if you are both on the same page with that. But what I was saying is the strip club, if you remember, and we could go back in case, I said the difference is a strip club, they're both on the same page. And I wasn't negating that. I'm saying, oh, that makes more sense. But when you're catfishing, for example, if you take a guy to the club and he doesn't know it's a strip club and you secretly buy a dance for him, whoa, I was at the club doing my thing. You know, I'm just being charming. I'm best. And then this girl started dancing with me. She fucking wants my rod, or whatever guys who go to strip clubs talk like.
I don't know.
Now we're
real. I was completely on your side until the rod. I don't think that there's a guy getting like. I think there's men that go and they want to buy into the fantasy. I don't.
But they have to know about it, otherwise.
But they know who's going to a strip club.
No, I'm saying they know.
Secret lap dances.
They know.
Who's sliding money and going, hey, I want you to pretend that you get paid for
so
this.
people, I've seen movies.
Did you do that?
I've seen movies where there's bachelor parties and there's no strippers or anything. They just go out and they paid a girl to fuck the guy.
That's very different.
You're just scared of a movie you saw.
I'm saying strip clubs are fine if everybody is on the same page. Catfishing is not, because they're not on the same page.
They might be on the same page.
Then it ain't catfishing, sweetheart. Title of the episode.
But I know what you're saying. I like real connection. I don't like a fake thing. And I think strip clubs are like very weird and very fake.
But I think
even though everyone are buying into it, I'm like,
I'm buying into the fakeness of it.
I know. And I can lean into
Yeah, same when you go and see a Marvel movie, but you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. I never go in there thinking it's going to somehow sexually satisfy me or my friends. And if my friends are going in there for that, like, I'm going to drop them so fast.
But what, would you be a good stripper, do you think?
No, horrible.
Yeah.
Esther would be good.
Esther
we play a
would be
little
really
royalty-free dance
By the way,
music.
you didn't see a full strip.
Yeah.
I saw
put on some royalty-free dance music.
By the way, Rick trying to do that's fine. But Rick,
Fine, I'm trying to let you shine. Don't act like you don't have two skills, making
yell
other
at
people
her.
funny and dancing, and I'm trying to get you the second one.
Rick pretending that the
Relationship.
argument was always about catfishing being fake.
No, it is.
He totally.
I was so on your side.
Was,
and
but
then it went
that was the origin.
I don't want to go back to it, but
Oh,
we
okay.
can play back the
Wait. Yeah, go back, please. Here.
He said he didn't like strip clubs
Where-
and then tried to pretend
Where it started with me saying strip clubs at least are on the same page. However, I don't connect with a stripper.
but you didn't.
Well,
I don't.
I want to defend Esther for a second. There was a guy who created a full
That's an Australian accent.
hymn called the Church of Love. And what he did was he would write women letters. He was men letters pretending he was a woman.
Okay.
And he started creating this connection with women, and then he started hiring people. And this is obviously before the internet. And
this is you defending her about this man lying to women. Go ahead.
He created this huge company just dedicated to have this correspondence with women. Eventually, the scam was found out. He was put on trial. And then all these men went and defended him on trial. Because they were so lonely that they found that these fantasy people,
to your point.
they
Okay.
I love that Esther can connect with that
now, when you
audience.
say all the men, is that hyperbole? Or they found some men?
Yes.
They found
You're
a lot of
okay.
people.
No. Here,
They
I will
found
say this
people.
as someone who has been catfished. I was coming out of a really lonely relationship.
You needed Fabrizio.
And each time that he said to me that I cannot go on video cam, every time he said, when I was like, hey, let's video chat, when he said he could not do it, there was always suspicion there, but I wasn't willing to end it because I was lonely.
I know of some women
So yes, you might
that
be right.
say, I know my husband's cheating. I don't want to know about it. He does his thing. I'll do my thing. Because if they found out, they'd have to face it. Here's the reality. A lot of humans are too uncomfortable facing their fears and their traumas so they could get over them. So sure, I'm sure there are some people that don't want to know so they get to reap the benefits of the connection without the trauma and the negative feelings of the being shut down and lied to. That doesn't mean it's a healthy thing. And that doesn't mean it's something that we should be doing to other people.
It doesn't mean
My name's Rick Glassman, and I say click it or ticket.
Wear your seatbelt in this country.
I just saw.
I just watched. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you don't.
I just watched you experience being played with instead of against.
Yeah.
And just the fucking dopamine that got into you.
But you have to bring her down to give her this.
I don't think so. I think she'll find a way to bring herself down. Look at her. Look at you're invited to the attic, and now you're the happiest you've ever been.
She can't speak. Esther, your ass.
That's the name of this episode. Esther invited to the attic.
And last night, Dave played Uno with me, and I won a round because it's based on randomness and not intelligence.
I bet you're intelligent. What comes after Uno?
Don't say.
No, you're thinking of your favorite kind of cake, right?
Oh God, what an ab workout! Thank you. I had a time.
Yep. Siesta Ekes.
What is this tool, by the way?
That looks like microneedling.
Can I feel that?
Does it feel good?
No.
Yeah, it does.
I bet you that feels good.
Ooh.
You want it?
Can I see what this is? Is this meant to be sexual or is this meant to score your meat? Oh, this is actually sharp. I could get into this.
Is score your meat?
Do you guys ever? Could you ever do any type of like BDSM or be part of that community? You think?
I like. I've never done it sexually, but I think I could get into like people pouring wax on me.
Wait, hot wax?
Yeah, because I like when it hurts and then it doesn't hurt right away.
Oh, that's just like when they tweeze my shins. That same kind of like itchy kind of pain.
Are you basically saying not the same
that
thing?
I squirt when I get my bikini wax?
You don't like a bikini.
Imagine.
No, it's a nightmare.
Imagine somebody waxing you.
What a nightmare that would be.
And then all of a sudden.
That's got to have happened before.
There's no way.
It's got to have happened before.
A girl gets waxed and then all of a sudden she squirts.
Maybe.
Well, if you have gotten waxed and squirted, comment Esther sucks. And if you haven't, no, don't say that. I'm sorry, Esther. That was my instincts.
This feels
bully instincts.
It's fun to bully her though.
Fucking good.
Yeah, I like that.
Lock eyes with me while you do it. We'll get there.
But look, her face doesn't like. When she locked eyes with it, she didn't like.
Orgasm is different than squirting. Let's see. Also, why does the color like it's been clicked already?
Does a Brazilian wax make you wet?
Have you guys looked this up before? That was purple instead of blue.
Why is that possible? Do you have BDSM tendencies? Anybody out there?
So what does it stand for? Will you look up what it stands for?
Yeah.
Bondage.
Sadomasochism, right?
BD. What's the D?
Dick.
Oh,
Dominatrix. Doministic.
Dickless.
That's so stupid. But
bondage.
Sex.
Masochism, I think, is one.
Sadomasochism is the S.
What does sado mean? As in Satan?
Amory.
What are there different
Sadism.
types? Is there different types of masochism that people like? I like fucking with masochism as long as it's the kind of masochism I enjoy fucking with.
Maybe.
What?
Like why the specificity on
Margaret's show was telling us that like some of these like in the BDSM community, like maybe not BDSM, but like some of the kinks that people have like are really outrageous. She said that she saw a guy getting like vacuum sealed like a piece of steak and like
Esther
coming as he was getting vacuum sealed. Like
his whole body was getting vacuum sealed?
Yeah, and he was like coming inside the vacuum
seal. Listen, everyone has their own kinks, and I think it's unfair to judge them because it's private, it's theirs, sure. But also, we're human beings, and there are some things that are just so fucking weird to me. So weird that like, does that define the BDSM community? You know, like...
Did you say BTS?
Yeah.
Oh, the army will get ya.
What army? BDSM. Like, are there people in the BDSM community that are like spokespeople, and they're like, I do this stuff, and now people are like, hey, we don't do that. You're making us all look crazy.
I think they did that because Army Hammer said that, oh, this is actually like a normal kink within this community. And I think the community was like, no. Like,
yeah, all the girls were
no,
like, no.
Not like when it's not consensual.
What, saying that they like to be cannibalized? He's not really eating people. I didn't keep up with that.
No, because a lot of the girls' stories that they shared, allegations, whatever, about their experience with Army Hammer was like that there was not consent. He was doing it without consent. And the BDSM, like special people expertises were like,
well, I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. I know that you need to like,
yeah, so that wasn't happening.
Contract.
So people in that community were like, that doesn't count for what we do if someone is doing it against their will.
Speaking against their will, I'd like you to keep Army's Hammer name out your motherfucking mouth.
Okay. That's fine with me.
That was a rock against Will.
Huh? What? We won't be right back.
We're never coming back.
This is our last episode, guys.
This is it.
Why do you have the same glasses as him? Are you trying to like morph in? Is this,
Listen, Rick and Esther have a time. We're putting a lot of eggs in that basket, which you should get frozen, by the way, ladies.
they're already frozen.
She got hers.
Yeah?
Frozen.
Yeah, I did it. Frozen embryos, all of it. All
You should sell them as merch.
No, I want to give them. If I don't use them, if I don't use them, I'm going to give them to Josh Potter to fix his eye. He can use the stem cells.
Oh, he can.
Wait a minute. Then why not just give them to him?
I want children, Rick.
Get more eggs. Have him pay
I don't
for
want
another
to
harvest.
That. It's so.
Wait a minute. You have a friend who could get his eyes fixed from your eggs?
Well, I'm just joking.
Didn't know that you were joking.
No, but listen, it's so crazy. Has your girlfriend or have you ever dated a girl that froze her eggs?
I dated a girl who froze her eggs.
And it was crazy, right?
Boy, are my arms tired.
But it was crazy.
It was a lot. I have a lot of opinions on hormones, man.
I'm not well yet. It's been over a year.
You must have got your eggs harvested a decade ago.
Would you, if I pay the right price, would you let me eat one of your eggs for nutrients?
It doesn't work.
Only out of here.
Esther, the eggs are so small. They're like this big.
Should be They're not that big.
Yours are. If your eggs are anything like your ego, I imagine they're unhealthily large. Again, that is click it or tick it. All right, check out the Rick and Esther Have a Time podcast. Check out the Take Your Shoes Off podcast.
Check out Annie Wood.
Check out Tiger Belly.
Thank
while everyone's playing
so
this shit.
much.
And check out Alone Together.
This was good. Check out Alone Together.
On Hulu. Thank you so much to Richard
Dollface
Glassman.
Wait, I never is your
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
what is your full name?